Hello, everybody. So you didn't tell me that until I hit go live.
Well, now you can hit it now.
Hit it now?
It's our Sunday morning intro.
Welcome to Sea Leg Journeys.
It's not Sunday morning.
It's our Sunday intro.
Kent and Robin. Come on. Have a seat at our table with us. Let's talk about some cruising and have some fun while we're doing it. After all, we're all friends here. We are so glad you're here with us tonight. Grab you a snack and a drink and sit down and join us for a while.
How about that?
We're still here.
Okay, there. See? That's our Sunday night intro.
Mm-hmm. It's because I don't do things the way he does them.
Did you make us go live? Because sometimes I don't make us go live.
That's you. That's not me. That's you. That's all on you.
But we're live, right?
We are, because I'm in control over here. You don't like the things I do over here, but I do know how to hit go live.
You sure?
I know I do.
Okay, good. As long as we went live, then it's all well and good over here in, where are we at? Florida. I could tell because we had liquid sunshine this afternoon, y'all.
Easy for him to say.
All right.
So what are we talking about?
We've got a great one for you tonight. 10 things we loved about the Norwegian Breakaway. That's right. You remember that Norwegian Breakaway? Woo, it's a great ship, and we're going to tell you 10 things that we loved on it.
Did we love 10 things on it?
Actually, we loved more than that because our top 4 things on that ship that we loved was Tom and Terry and Bruce and Cindy.
I don't think that counts, does it?
No, that don't count because they're not really part of the Norwegian Breakaway.
I can see other people going, hey, I watched Sea Leg Journeys, and they were talking about the 10 favorite things they had on it. Does anybody know who this Bruce and Cindy and Tom and Terry is?
Yeah, do
we're looking for them.
Yeah, do they work in customer service or do they work at this restaurant over here? Where are they?
That's what we should do. We should tell everybody the best room stewards on the Norwegian Breakaway was they were 2 teams. One team, their names were Tom and Terry, and they were on deck 9.
Yes.
And the other team was Bruce and Cindy, and they were on deck 7. Best room stewards ever.
And at night, they did a juggling act. They juggled chainsaws and razor blades and stuff like that.
They juggled razor blades and chainsaws?
Do you know how difficult that would be? A razor blade this hand, a chainsaw this one. Let me be like this.
You're so weird.
I'm weird.
Let's say hello to some people.
Let's do it. Hey, there's Tiffany Lava, Baby Shark. Get your baby shark over here for her.
Baby shark.
Baby shark. Right on. Thanks for that, Tiffany, for coming in here tonight. And you know who gave us that?
Yes.
Lori did. You know what else she gave us? A peanut. You know what else she gave us? This card in the mail. That's right. If you want to send Sea Leg Journeys a postcard, it's Sea Leg Journeys, P.O. Box 8433, Sebring, Florida, 33872. And hey, we love this. This is great.
So I was just watching Instagram before the show started, and there was this mouse trap, right? It's supposed to be a mouse trap that doesn't hurt the mice so that you can set the mice free, right? And it was really good because it was a 5-gallon bucket that had these pivoting lids, Yeah. And so when the mouse jumped on top of it, he fell into the bucket and the lid, and rotated back up so he couldn't get back out. And these mice would keep going, and they had seed all on the top of the bucket, but you can't get the seed because it does like this. So I'm like, okay, if you catch the mice, and now the mice are not harmed in any way, and you let them free again, they're going to come back.
With more mice. Hey, let's come back with more friends. Hey, there's Joe Hupp tonight coming in from the Down Under, also coming in on the hashtag CCA raid, because that's Carnival Cruise Addicts. We were just over there hanging out with Chris and Liz. What great people they are. If you missed them, catch them on a hashtag replay. That's Carnival Cruise Addicts. If you want to know something about Carnival Cruises, you need to ask them because they know about it, y'all. And there's Grandma's house. Hey, Grandma, how's it going tonight? Woohoo! Old Lady Luck coming in on the CCA raid. Old Lady Luck, that's a new one right there.
Is she?
Let's give them something to look at.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Yes, thanks for joining us tonight there, old lady Luck. We like old ladies, young ladies, new ladies, red ladies, blue ladies. We like all the ladies. There's Michael and Spoiled Mama coming in on that hashtag CCA raid. And the Z-Man coming in on Z's Gaming and Home Theater channel. He's saying, good evening, content creators. C-Leg, I want to say thank you for the birthday wishes last Sunday. Z-Man, we didn't want to miss out on your 29th birthday, brother.
Yeah, we
We
did
did not miss out. Happy birthday again, Z-Man. Woo!
Happy birthday, Z.
And Aaron Smith coming in saying, hello, C-Leg Journey crew. Hey, Aaron, what's going on? Bama Nola Adventures. Hey, Chet and Robin. Bama Nola, we hope you got all moved in and everything. We're going to drive down the street. You're supposed to move in this house right down the street, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. I thought it
Yeah,
was.
so we're going to come down there and see if you got moved in okay. Joseph Hupp saying, oh, my God. Hi, Chet and Robin. Hey, Joe. A double squeaky for Joe tonight, coming from halfway around the world, y'all.
Mhm.
Danny D, spectacular supporter, coming in on the CCA raid. Also, thanks, Danny D. And Will G's here saying, good evening, all. Will, we're going to be seeing you on a cruise in 2026, I do believe.
Mhm.
And controversial cruising, Scott, we're in Scott compliance now, coming in on the CCA raid. Aaron says, y'all are alive and well on the stream.
And see, we're
Yes.
live. See, I knew we were live.
I-
I didn't doubt we were live because I'm in control of here. Even our audience didn't doubt that when I'm in control, things go right.
I couldn't tell. All I saw was a commercial over here on this computer. It was a commercial. Marjorie says, Sea Lake Journeys, hi and good afternoon. Hey, Marjorie! Mark the Shark, get your all salutes up, everybody. Hello, beautiful people. Hello, Mark the Shark. Yeah. And we got Joe saying, shh, you, giving you love from both ends.
There you go.
That's right. We like it.
Scott!
Scott! Cindy from Ocean Travel, that crazy rascally rabbit lady over there, says, I knew it. You love us. Yes, Cindy. A double squeaky for you and Bruce over there. We're critters. And Ocean Travel, that's Bruce saying, howdy, everyone, on my phone listening while cooking. Oh, right. We'll be over there in about 16 hours for supper, Bruce.
16 hours.
That's about how long it take to get there, ain't it? TJ's Destination saying hello from Southern California. Hey, TJ, good to see you. We're going to be over in your direction in October.
Mhm,
So let's
yeah.
get, you know what? We're going to give TJ a duck, Chuck the Duck, Squeaky, and a peanut. How about that? Joe says, sheesh, try juggling the Stihl MS500i. Those things are heavy as you know what.
That must be a special kind of saw.
It's a big chainsaw.
Mhm.
Big, and you got to be a man to handle that saw. And the Bud Files coming in. Hey, Sue. Hey, Joe. Saying, hello, peoples. Woo. And hey, Angel, too. And Lori Barber coming in saying, hey, y'all. Hey, howdy. Hey, Lori. Hey, Lori.
That card is so
Look
cute.
at that little guy. Look at that little guy.
Can you repeat your address again, please?
You betcha.
Yes, it is
Sea Lake Journeys
Mental Hospital 101.
in Gotham City. Now, it's P.O. Box 8433, Sebring. That's Sebring, Florida 33872. Thanks, Joe. Old Lady Luck says, we've been on the Breakaway and we loved it. Old Lady Luck, if you love the Breakaway, then check out the video I put up yesterday. We got the ship tour, and we also have a wine tasting video up I put up last Friday. Go back and revisit the Breakaway again with Sea Lake Journeys.
That's right.
And Scott says, there it is. Look at this. And, take the A out, though. On Sebring, there's no A in Sebring. Other than that, that is correct. It's 872, not 972.
33872.
33872. You're close, Scott. You're
But
close.
it's okay because with Chet, nobody ever gets anything right. So it's
I know.
okay.
Everybody knows who I am. Just send it to Florida. Send it to Chet. Sea Lake Journeys. I go, oh, we know that guy. And Bone Tired Travelers, Denise coming in saying hashtag CCA raid. Hey, y'all. Hey, Denise. Woo. Hey, that's who I always copy off of on the test I take.
Mhm. Yep.
I got some tests coming up at the doctor Wednesday, Denise. So I'll call you. Carnival Cruise Addict saying, hey, Chris and Liz. Right. Oh, good to see you here.
Their address is also their About Me section. Yes, our address is in our About Me section on our
Description link thing. Or
on our
whatever it is.
YouTube page.
On the YouTube page, yeah. Something like that.
In the description, the link. Listen,
I don't know where it's at. It's somewhere. I put it somewhere because I have to go find it myself sometimes. I get to the post office, I go, what P.O. box am I going to?
Mm-hmm.
Aaron says Robin is in control.
That's right.
She controls the vertical and the horizontal,
right.
a little of the outer limits for ya.
See, our audience knows.
Right on, Aaron, outer limits. We control the horizontal.
Did you only
and
get the
vertical.
postcard?
Yes. Was I supposed to get something else?
I don't know.
Uh-oh, that's all that was in the little box. So I reached in there and I grabbed it and I looked just because make sure I didn't miss nothing. That's all I saw. If it's supposed to be something else, let me know. And I'll go check it out. Was it cookies? Was it Jell-O? Danny D, spectacular supporter, says, Gotham City. I didn't know you live with Spider-Man. That's right. And the Batman too, Danny D. I'm the Batman. And she's Robin. Get it? Batman. Robin. Gotham City. Ah! I'm giving myself a squeaky for that, y'all. And one for Danny D too. For knowing where we are. Aaron says, Sebring, like the car race. Yes, exactly. Or the Plymouth car. In fact, we have a NASCAR racetrack right here in Sebring. And at Chrysler.
24 hours of Sebring.
Yeah. Yeah, you know it. It's 12 hours of Sebring, actually, 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like 24 if you're there. Mark the Shark's giving us 27 thumbs up. So we need 100. So everybody else has to give the rest, please, if you would. Otherwise, I'm going to squeak these through the whole show. Martin the Shark says, I'm surprised you did not ask me which cruise ship I was on today. I think, hold on. I'm trying to think which one's out of Utopia of the Seas. Let me see if I've guessed right. Martin the Shark, let me know if I guessed right. If I didn't, tell me
Lori
which one you're
says you
on.
should have gotten another card. There should have been 2 cards.
Oh, nope, there's only just the one.
Maybe tomorrow.
But I always check the mail. Yeah, I usually check it on Monday, so I'll be there tomorrow and check it. Law says, good evening, Sea Legs. Hey, Law, how's it going? Woohoo! Law Jones. That's my buddy right there. Joe says, hoping to send you some gifts from Australia.
Ooh.
Woo! 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 You go send us a koala bear?
Well, I'd love to have koala bear.
Koala bear. I want one of them really poisonous snakes, too.
You do not. Read the
Aaron says, well, like the interwebs tell us, always be Batman. You know it. I should go put my Batman shirt on. That could really be. I'll have my Batman shirt on next week. Tiffany says, do Batman, do Batman. Lori says, everyone eating and listening. Woo! I'm going to eat after the show's over. I'm hungry, y'all. I'm hungry.
Are we ever going to get to the topic of this show?
Well, yeah, we are on the topic, ain't we? The 10 things we loved on the breakaway, other than the 4 things being Tom, Terry, and Bruce and Cindy, we liked the number one thing not number one.
I get to say the number one. I know what my number one
There's
thing
no
is.
particular order. Okay, you just tell
Mine
me.
is number one.
Is it? Okay,
Yes.
say what it is.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. That's actually called Oceans. She called it shenanigans the whole time.
Well, I liked it for several reasons. Number one, it was open 24 hours a day.
Yes, it's a regular sit-down restaurant, too.
Now, it wasn't the full menu 24 hours a day. It was a smaller menu as the hours, got, like for breakfast, early breakfast, it'd be a shorter breakfast menu. And then like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, it'd be a shorter menu.
Yeah, 2 o'clock in the morning, you got your choice of egg or toast.
That's not true.
No, it wasn't.
That's not true. Don't tell people that. That's what they'll think.
I know, I'm just like.
No, but it'd be
I'm not
like,
gonna
at 2 o'clock, you could still get a hamburger and fries.
Yeah.
Or you could get, wings. I like that. I like the fact that you could sit down and someone bring the food to you, not a buffet, not where other people have handled it, 24 hours a day. I like that. That's why I called it shenanigans, because a lot of shenanigans went on there.
I like it because they had really fantastic ice cream.
They did. Oh, I had a banana split and you had a milkshake. Now, one thing that about shenanigans, Oceans, is they have a hostess station, okay? Because they have the one part where you sit that's over by the hostess station, and then they have the bar across the way and there's more places to sit. Well, a lot of people will just sit down over there, but you won't be waited on unless you go to the hostess station. But if the restaurant's packed and you're sitting over there and you don't have a reservation with the hostess, they will ask you to move because they got people standing in line for tables. So just keep that in mind, that if there's not a line waiting for tables, you can sit over there at the bar side.
It's a very popular place.
Very popular because it overlooks that atrium area.
Yes, that's right. Sure does. It's right there on one floor up from the.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, It's in the main atrium area,
Yep.
like she said.
There we go.
Mark the Shark says, I must hand it to you. You're so correct. I'm on Utopia right
There you
now
go.
due to the fact that my mom is a travel agent for Royal Caribbean. I'll be back to back on the 19th. Right on, Mark the Shark.
Wow.
A double squeaky for Mark the Shark, be it on that Utopia, and a double squeaky for Chet from Sea Lake Journeys for actually getting that right.
Yep.
How about that? How about that? Aaron says 24 hours of shenanigans on the Norwegian
That's right.
Breakaway. That's exactly what it was, Aaron.
That's exactly what it was.
There's Keisha coming in. Hey there, Robin and Chet, Sea Lake Journeys. Hey, Keisha. Yeah. We have a great time here at Sea Lake Journeys, y'all.
We do.
Yeah, the other thing was you were able to get gluten-free stuff there.
Yes. And another thing that I really liked about the Norwegian ship was no matter where I sat down to eat, every single place that we sat down to eat, whether it was the American Diner, whether it was the main restaurant, whether it was a specialty restaurant, whether it was Oceans, no matter where it was, the very first thing every waiter asked was, does anyone at the table have any food allergies or food sensitivities?
Yes.
I'm like, wow, so impressed. Coming from someone that does have food issues, and that's very difficult for me, that's one thing that I really, really liked about Norwegian. No matter where we sat down, the very first greeting from any staff member was always, does anyone have any food allergies?
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with that.
Mhm.
I mean, every time, even if they
Every
just saw
time.
you an hour ago and you came back in to get ice cream, they still ask you again.
And it was so funny because like the third day, because we ate there a lot because I liked eating there. But like the third day, we sat down at the table and the young lady came over because now I already know after 3 days, I know what I can order from the menu, right? And I know what's safe for me.
Yeah, yeah.
So when the young lady came over and said, does anyone at the table have any food allergies? I didn't say anything, right? So she took her order and she went on her way. Well, another waiter that had waited on me the day before went up to her and said, did you ask the madam if she has food allergies? And she said, yes, no one at the table does. He says, no, the madam does, pointing at me.
Yes.
And so she came over and she says, excuse me, madam, do you have food allergies? I said, yes, but it's okay. I know what to order. She says, you still have to tell me.
Yes. Yeah, she got spanked a little bit for that one.
I tried to say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get you in trouble, but I know what I'm to order now. She said, yes, but you still have to tell us. I'm like, okay, got it.
I was
I'll tell you.
impressed by that.
I
really
was very, very impressed by that.
Right on. Hey, and another thing that we really liked on our list of 10 things is, and I'll do this one, is the Spice H2O. Spice H2O is up on deck. I wanted to check the deck 16. It's the adult only area, and they have a water park. It's got its own little water feature, little waterfall, and a place to sit down under it. A great big giant TV screen, its own bar. And
Now remember, adult only means 18 and over.
yeah.
Just got to throw that out there.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. And that's where they held the glow light party and the 80s parties and stuff like that. And so that was a really great thing. I really liked that little water feature with the waterfall, and you could sit under it and that big screen. It was really a neat venue. Hey, there's Karma Lynn for the win. Sea Lake Journeys in chat, listening and cooking. Woo, what you cooking up, Karma Lynn? Because I'm hungry.
So I think this is so funny. Since Cindy was on the ship with us and she didn't know they had ice cream.
We didn't know until like 3 days into the cruise, did we?
So no, when we found out so when you sit down, they had this bar up there, right? But it wasn't a sit down bar.
Right.
And I always wondered what that big bar was. Well, the people sitting next to us one day got this huge fudge chocolate sundae. Chocolate fudge sundae, that's what it was.
It looked like
And it had
ice
a
cream
brownie
of death,
in it,
because if
and-
you eat it all, it's going to kill you.
It had a brownie in it. It had ice cream. It had hot fudge poured all over it. It had sprinklers all over it. I'm like, how'd you get that? That's not on the menu. She says, you see that ice cream menu right over there on that bar? That's the ice cream bar. I'm like, what? And so then I went over and I got the menu and I said, look at this, Chet. So I had a regular traditional banana split and Chet had a chocolate milkshake. So yeah, we didn't find that out. If you would have hung out with us more, maybe you would have known that.
Yeah. And you know, I felt like they was almost keeping it a secret too. We just stumbled on it because of other people.
And it was very reasonable. Like the banana split was what, like $4?
$3 or $4. Yeah, it was cheap. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't outrageously priced at all.
No.
And I did make sure that on our ship tour that I show you, Shenanigans Oceans has the ice cream bar. I put the sign up there and everything.
Yeah, so Cindy, if you would have hung out with us a little bit on that ship, maybe you would have known.
Yeah, how about that?
Here we go.
And I'm going to scratch out so don't forget. Aaron says, didn't they always ask that on Virgin as well?
Yes, they did.
Yes.
They did. But on Virgin, they didn't always ask you no matter where you sat at, right? Because, there was outside seating areas, on Norwegian, no matter where you sat down, if you sat down, the first thing out of anybody's mouth was, does anybody have any allergies? And I mean, it was even for cocktails. We were sitting in the little lounge area and they ask you that. But see, a lot of people have allergies to lots of things, not just food.
Yeah. I'm allergic to, what am I allergic to?
You're allergic to a good time. Here you go.
I'm not. What do you mean I'm allergic to a good time? What does that tell you about this one? Controversial Cruising Scott says, don't forget to hit that like button, y'all. We appreciate it, Scott. TJ's Destination says, the last time I was on a Norwegian cruise line was in 2000. I'm long overdue. Yeah, TJ, we had a great time on that breakaway. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun on there. And Scott says, I've been on many carnivals and Margaritaville since then. Yes. Yeah. And Margaritaville ship that Scott was on used to be a carnival ship, I think.
So I may miss part of this conversation.
Oh, just a little steak. Oh, that's all I need is a little bit, Carmelyn. 8 to 10 ounces would be fine. Aaron says, creators can promote your YouTube channels by typing in hashtag SLJ into the chat, and Nightbot will share the link of your channel to everybody else. And that way they can find you, get to know you, and love you like we do here at Sea Lake Journeys. Thanks for that, Aaron.
We do not mind the sharing in the chat.
Yeah, that's why we got Aaron here to remind us of stuff. TJ says, the Norway for me. Oh, you know it. Tiffany says, Chet, look, Captain Ahab's ghost is behind you. He followed us on that Norwegian breakaway, didn't he, Tiffany? Marjorie says, sea legs, I love to sleep and eat at Shenanigans. Don't we all, Marjorie? Don't we all? Oh, how it travels with Chris. Right on. Hey, Chris, how you doing? See, she's got the green version of my chicken. How about that? And Mark the Shark says, I'm allergic to work. That's it,
there
Mark.
you go.
I know what you, yes.
Everybody is, Mark.
Yeah.
She says, little ribeye.
Little ribeye. 8 to 10 ounces. I'll be fine. I'll be fine, Carmelyn.
So another thing that we liked about the Norwegian breakaway.
Yeah, I got a list here unless you got some off the top of your head.
I liked the ropes course.
The ropes course. It's on my list too.
I liked the ropes course. The ropes course was a lot of fun. It had, I want to say, on some platforms it was 2 different ways you could take, and some it was 3 different ways you could take.
Yeah.
Now, Tom and Terry, they got on it before we did, and the line wasn't so long, and they got to loop it twice. By the time I got through it with me and Cindy, the line was long, and we didn't get to loop it twice. But it was definitely worth doing. Now, keep in mind, if you're going to do the ropes course on any cruise ship, you have to have closed-toed shoes. They will not let you up there with flip-flops or sandals. They will not let you up there barefooted either. And most of them want you to have like a t-shirt on because of the strap that goes on you. They don't want it making marks on you. So that's 2 tips. That's good 2 tips. And I'll tell you what, they had it marked as the best ropes course at sea. And I got to tell you, it looked like it was. Yeah, I'd have to agree. Of all the ropes courses I've been on thus far, it is the best one. And we've been on a lot of ropes courses, guys. We've been on almost 40 cruises and across different cruise lines, and that was sensational ropes course. TJ says, when I was on the Norwegian Norway in 2000, you could go on the top deck and hit golf balls into the ocean. Oh, wow. Wow. I'll tell you, that's something that has really changed, TJ. Now you can't even spit in the water. If you throw anything over the side of a ship into the water, they're going to come get you. And you're going to pay a fine and or be booted off that ship and or not be able to ever get back on again. That's right. Keisha says, come on over, Tiffany. I'll pay you in sketchbooks, Crayola crayons, and toy dinos. There's Stacy coming in. Hey, Stacy. Good to see you here tonight. Woohoo. She's giving us the hello. Right. And, okay, we ready for another one? We are. I'll tell you what, you're going to want to jump in on this one because one of the things I was looking at was that game room
the game room had some great stuff
Oh,
in it.
so that was the rabbit.
The
Yes,
VR game.
The VR game, yes. That was a lot of fun. And they had a different kind of air hockey game.
Yeah.
It wasn't the traditional air hockey. It was a lot more fun.
Yeah, you had to put your face on the thing. And
No, it's not true.
No.
Tell people that.
all right, you tell them.
Can't tell people that. They'll actually do it.
It's kind of funny.
So you started off with just one puck, and then it got to where it was doing multiple pucks,
Yeah.
and then like 10 pucks at one time.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. It was a
went
whole
crazy.
lot of fun.
I never seen one do that. All these pucks started coming out on the table, and
Yep.
you're just hitting as many as you can.
Yep.
That
And
was
here's Tuber Chat.
fun. Hey, Kevin, he says, "Word up, everybody!
Word
Good evening, Kevin from Tuber Chat."
Mhm.
Right on.
Here we
Oh,
go.
I got to cross this off too. Cindy from Ocean to Ocean says, I was under the influence on the ropes course. The influence of tea, she means. The kind you put your pinky out tea.
Oh, she's so full of crap.
She was
She's
under the
just so
influence
full
of
of
tea.
crap.
She was. I saw it. I saw the whole thing, y'all. There's a video out there to prove it. Ocean has a video of that ropes course. You can find it on our community tab.
Yep. So, guys, I just want to throw something out there for you for 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Number one, we do not mind at all that you share links, and like we said, you put up hashtag SLJ and Nightbot will share your link. The only job Nightbot has. I do want to add this. We do not believe in just subbing for subbing. We believe in sub and support. So if you're going to sub to someone else's channel, because I do see a lot of people in the chat saying, hey, I subbed to your channel. Hey, I subbed to your channel. We love that. But first of all, we love that. But we want you to go watch a video on their channel.
Yeah, get over here and check out one of their videos, a regular video, not a short,
Mhm.
and get at least 3 minutes of it. We recommend just watch the whole thing and leave a comment on there and give them a thumbs
Right,
up.
because this is what will happen. YouTube will, someone will see their subscriber count go up today, and then tomorrow that subscriber count will go down because your subscription did not what we like to call stick. It will only, I shouldn't say it only, to help make your subbing to another channel stick is watch a full video and leave a comment.
Yep.
That way your subscription to that channel will stick. And if you enjoy their content, make sure that you hit the bell so that you get notifications when they have new videos coming out. And if you've not hit our bell, please do so now. Ding,
Yeah,
ding,
go ahead
ding.
and subscribe to Sea Lake Journeys. It's free. And here's some of the stuff you can get to see on our channel if you subscribe.
In the world is this? You've got to be kidding me. Are you serious? Oh my gosh. I am so glad that is not my husband doing that crazy stuff. Who in the world would get these guys to do this?
Take that, Kurt. Take that, Kurt. That's for you, buddy.
So that's the kind of crazy shenanigans you'll see around here.
That's why she got shenanigans stuck in her head. Canadian Family Life, there's Tiffany saying, hey, all, sorry I'm late. Right,
You're never
Tiffany,
late.
we're glad to see you here tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Mhm.
Woohoo!
And Old Lady Luck is a new subscriber. Thank you very much.
Hey, let's give you a double squeaky. And how about a thank you for her?
Very much. Well, thank you very much. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for that. We appreciate it.
Let's see. Here we go.
And Aaron says, wow, air hockey does their take on multi-ball on a pinball machine. Yes.
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
And we'd
Mhm.
never seen that before. None of us.
Well, we're just old people.
And it was crazy. I mean, we've seen multi-ball and the pinball. Yeah,
Yeah.
but not on air hockey. That was
Mhm.
crazy. Hey, there's Bespoke Inn. Hey, y'all, it's Scott from Work Account. Don't follow my laptop died laughing out loud. Bespoke Inn. Oh, okay. That's Scott at work. Shh. Scott, we won't tell anybody that. TJ's Destination Support, everyone. Right on, TJ. That's how we do it here at Sea
Yep.
Lake Journeys.
Yep. Mhm. Everybody's saying yes, watch and comment.
Yes.
That way that you're, we want to share the love. We really do. We want you guys to be able to share the love. I don't always put up on, in the chat that you sub to each other. I want you to know you are free to do that. Please do so.
Yeah, and if you subscribe to us, hit one of our videos and do what we recommend and watch it, leave a
Mhm.
comment, and then I will get back to you within 24 hours.
That's right.
Or less. Grandma's house says you'll be surprised how much you will learn and enjoy new channels.
Yes,
that's
yes,
right,
that's
Grandma.
very
Yes.
true.
Aaron says the way it looks on here, the YouTube machine is looking for a reason to unsubscribe people. Oh yeah.
Yes, and the YouTube machine is just not nice to a lot of
not.
YouTube channels. And it's nothing more aggravating than to say, what happened? I lost 103 subscribers. Yeah, it's not a nice thing. But
no.
So go ahead. What's our next thing?
What is our next thing? How about, one of the problems we have on carnival ships is the comedy is in too small a venue.
Oh, I hate that. Okay, so we have said for years, first of all, they get great comedians on cruise ships. There's always a family show and there's always an adult show, right? We have said for years, why don't they take the comedy show and put it in the main theater? Because you stand outside in line and then it gets full and you can't get in. It's like, man.
Well, guess what? Norwegian was listening because Norwegian put the comedy in the main theater. And dig this. If you watch our Norwegian Breakaway ship tour, you'll see me walk by the comedy club there on deck 6. They don't use that little tiny comedy club. So even though there's a sign
they
there,
use it for other things, but not comedy.
I know. I'm talking about the comedy though. There's no comedy in there. You got to go to the main theater where there's 1,000 seats because they got smart and wised up and said, hey, people don't want a small venue for this. They want a big one. And guess what? It was full every time too.
It was full. It was packed.
Yep.
Literally packed every time.
Yep.
Here's Marjorie.
Marjorie says, sea legs. I never realized that adults could use the game room.
So yes, adults can use the game room, but if you're adults like we are, we did have to have a child teach us how to pay for the game.
Yeah. We're sitting there looking at this machine wondering, how do we use this? And some 10-year-old, 11-year-old kid walks over and goes, all you got to do is take your card and swipe it on this right here and do this. He showed us exactly how to do it. We go, dude, you just used your card. We got to use ours. He goes, that's okay. My mom and dad bought me the pass. I can play as many games as I want, so it don't matter.
He had the super pass for the game room. He's like, I can play. I have unlimited play. It's like, okay.
So if you're a gamey and you love that game room like we did, you might want to go purchase the game pass.
And not every game in the game room is geared towards just kids.
Oh no.
They had the car racing. Yeah. There were lots of adults in the game room on the Norwegian Breakaway, but it was because the games were not all, childish little games. They were fun games for the whole family to enjoy.
Yeah, I tell you, it was great. We went up there and we had a ball in that place. And what was I going to say?
That because we didn't have the game package, though, the games were costing us $3 and $4 a pop.
Yeah, so we had to get out of there.
Yeah, we had to get out of there. It was like, for us, it was like being in the casino.
So go get the game package if you're going to get up there and get hung up like we did, because it was really one of the best game rooms we've ever seen on a cruise ship, or anywhere for that matter. Bone Tire says, yep, I had 103 drop back down to 97.
Yeah, see, and that's because people subscribed but did not watch and comment. Yeah.
And that's why, Denise, you'll see, I'll always leave a comment on something. If I watch it, if I happen to be watching you on TV and I can't comment on TV, then I'll come in here and I'll turn the computer on, run it again, and leave a comment, because I want to make sure that view sticks for you, subscription sticks for you.
Well, and
the hours count for you.
There was a random comment that I saw that I've not seen any backed up documentation for it, but they said that if you subscribe to somebody's channel and don't go back to that channel for 90 days, YouTube will drop that subscription.
And that's why I make sure I don't want to just wait and see if that's true or not. I think, you know what, that sounds about right. So I make sure I scroll through. I try to go every 30 days on everybody, but it takes a little longer.
Yeah.
Because I got a lot of channels.
A lot of people will say, that every 90 days they get this big drop off of subscribers. And that's because if people have not come back to your channel, a lot of times YouTube will pull those subscriptions.
Yes.
I just don't agree with, but whatever. I'm not YouTube. Here we go.
Hey, Bespoke Inn says, my boss is going to open YouTube and be like, who are all these cruise YouTubers? Who are they? Hey, boss, at the Bespoke Inn, we are Sea Lake Journeys. We're just a normal, average, everyday Americans.
Here we go.
Bone Tire says, I have a video of Norwegian Breakaway passing the Carnival Glory on the Mississippi River on my channel. I remember that, Denise. I saw that thing. I left a comment on it, too. That was great. That's one of the great things about going down the Mississippi. We get to pass another ship. Will be great. One day we're going to do that. That's a bucket list for us, Denise.
Mhm.
Until then, we have to watch your stuff.
Yep.
And Lori says the excuse Carnival uses for small venues for comedy is because the comedian like a more intimate setting to interact with the audience.
And that's really not true because
Right? Yeah.
the lights are bright, and even in the comedy club, and they can only see the people in the front row. Same thing in a theater; they can only see the people in the front row. So that's kind of a bogus thing.
Yeah, and the comedians that were on the Norwegian Breakaway, they loved the big audience.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
they thought it was fantastic.
So I think it's funny that everybody was talking about, Bone Tire Travelers was talking in the chat, right, about not feeling good about it, and he was talking about subscriptions. People thought they were talking about his temperature.
Oh my! I'm 104, y'all.
Here we go.
Stacy, I love game rooms. Great on a rainy sea day.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You know it, Stacy. I'll tell you one thing y'all need to know about people in Florida. Everybody in Florida is hot.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Keisha says, I don't think that 90-day drop is true. And if so, why is my subscription list still close to 2,000? And that's people I'm subscribed to. And I know that I can't get back to everyone in 90 days.
No, I'm saying
Yeah.
what I'm saying is I heard that comment. I don't know if it's true.
Yeah, we haven't verified it ourselves
Right.
either. But
And you'll see that many times it will show that you're still subscribed to them. But
anyway,
but
what I have noticed myself, you haven't noticed it yet, Keisha, but keep your eyes peeled. Back when we were smaller and we didn't have so many subscriptions,
it makes a bigger difference.
I did notice, I knew I subscribed to this channel. And next thing I know, I go over there and I'm not subscribed to it. I'm
Right.
like, I know I subscribed to that channel.
Mhm.
I have had channels drop off of mine.
Yeah.
And so I really try to pay attention more
Mhm.
now. Hey, there's Don Arnold. Aloha to you, Don. He says, hey, says, wow, and crazy. Capo. Woo! You know it. Thanks for that, Don. Hey, there's Danny from Griswold Vacation coming in going, hey, Danny. Well, he had a great video. The Beatles, or not Beatles, but Ringo Starr did that. I told you about
Oh,
that
really?
from the Ray Parade.
Oh, yeah.
Ringo Starr's still playing, y'all. He's awesome.
Mhm.
He was awesome. I love
So
it.
what's another thing you got?
Oh, I'll tell you, one of my favorite thing that we've ever done on any cruise ship, but the Breakaway was really great, the wine tasting event.
Oh, I love wine tasting.
Wow, it was
Sometimes you get a wine tasting kind of sommelier
Somalia, yeah.
that drags it out and it's so boring, and
Or sometimes they talk like, and you're like, what are they saying?
yeah. She kept it fun. She kept everybody engaged. She walked around and she asked people their opinion of, did you like it? If you didn't like it, it was okay. She was just like, it's okay. Maybe you'll like the next one. And I like that. I like the fact that, she may have called you out, but even though she called you out, you didn't have to say you liked it.
It was great because she would say, hey, try cheese C with a glass of wine B.
Mhm.
Mix it up, try something different. And I thought it was cool that she pointed out that everybody's got a different taste bud kind of thing going on. And, some people like this glass of water and other people don't.
Mhm.
And some people like this cheese and some people don't.
Right.
That's okay, because I have found out that, this wine ain't that great,
Mhm.
but I tried this cheese with it and I'm like, hey, that's actually pretty good.
Or a sweet.
Or a chocolate. And we missed the chocolate and wine tasting.
I know.
That was Bruce and Cindy's fault.
Mhm. That was Bruce and
That was a
Cindy's fault.
rabbit's fault.
Mhm. Yep.
Oh, Aaron says, yes, the wine tasting. I think he meant, yes, the wine tasting. I read it wrong. Sorry about that, Aaron. But we have a video on that too. Y'all be sure to check that out. I'm plugging our channel away tonight, ain't I? But that wine tasting was fabulous. We had a fantastic time. I just got to say, watch our video and see what a great time we had. It was fun, y'all. Not
Mhm.
just, it was interesting. These were great wines to try. These were great
Mhm.
pairings. No, it was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Fun.
Mhm.
It was. I can't exaggerate that enough. Okay. In fact, it was so good. I'm telling you the truth here. It was so good. We went to the exact same wine tasting a second time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the wine tasting is not free, so we paid
Again,
to do the same wine tasting again.
it was that good.
It was that good.
It was just so fun. I couldn't believe how much fun it was.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to also mention the main dining room on this. Now, there's 3 main dining rooms. I'm just going to talk about the one that we frequented for breakfast, lunch, and dinner multiple times. And it's called the Taste MDR. Now, all three MDRs have the same menu. However, we just kept going to the taste because the first time we went there, it was fantastic. And we kept going, and it never let us down.
Yeah. I don't know why. Oh, there's Keisha. Oh, so someone was asking about Keisha. Keisha put in hashtag SLJ. And I'm like, why didn't Nightbot put it up? Nightbot did put it up. There
Okay,
it is.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, check out Keisha. She's awesome, y'all. Everybody knows and loves Keisha. Everybody. You go across YouTube, everybody knows Keisha. And Grandma says, just click like, share, and comment every chance
That's
you get.
right.
Right on, Grandma.
Mhm.
A squeaky for Grandma. Law says, I thought blue cheese was a bold choice for a wine tasting.
Yeah, but you know what? There was a wine that tasted really, really good with the blue cheese.
It made it melt in your
Mhm.
mouth.
Yep.
Just, that was
And
good.
I thought the same thing. I thought, but there was a wine that was 100% paired with it.
Yeah, of course, we don't remember any of it. And if you go watch our video, you'll see why. But Cindy from Ocean to Ocean says, blame the rabbit. O2O are saints. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Sure.
We love Bruce and Cindy.
We do.
We sure do. But yeah, the wine tasting, I tell you
Even
what.
though they suckered us into a group cruise, we said we would never go on another group cruise because there're just too many people. We got suckered.
Yep, we're doing it again.
Yep. Tom and Terry and Bruce and Cindy suckered us. They said, hey, why don't you come on a cruise with us? We're like, okay, when are you going? They told us, it's a group cruise. They tricked us.
It's group. Yes, we got duped, but we're going again, and it's going to be fun. You know why? Because they're going to be there, and we're going to be there. Don says, blue cheese breath. Well, nobody knows though, Don, because of the wine, I think.
There you go.
Danny says, when I drank, I preferred red and dry wines. Dry red wines?
I
Yeah.
used to only drink dry wines. For years, I only drank dry wines. And then Chet started liking wine because we've been to some different wine tasting, and he likes sweet wines, sweeter wine.
Sweet white.
Moscatos are
Yeah.
his favorite,
Yeah.
and sparkling champagnes. So I've kind of moved over from dry wines to a sweeter wine. But every once in a while, I'll grab a
I think it's fun.
Merlot or a Pinot Noir or something like that.
I don't drink really at home. I just don't. But when we get on a cruise ship, I love the wine tastings. I just love the wine
We
tastings.
like having wine with dinner.
Yeah.
We enjoy having wine with dinner, and that's something that we never did. We had been on a cruise years ago, and there was a couple that every night he ordered dinner, and then the sommelier would come over and would suggest the wine for him for dinner. Every night they drank a different wine.
Yeah.
And he said there are certain wines that go with certain foods, and that was our first exposure to tasting wine with certain foods.
Yeah, it was really interesting. So we learned all this stuff on cruise ships. That's why we love cruising. Cindy says, see you and your rabbit on the ABC group cruise in 2026. No, we're going to see you and your rabbit on the ABC group cruise in 2026. Oh, there's a rabbit behind us. Denise says, Moscato and Lambrusco are my favorites. Try it, Chet. Moscato is my favorite. Denise.
Moscato is his favorite.
Moscato is my number one.
Yeah, that
Yes,
is
it
his
is.
number one.
Don says, Tiffany is a wine or laugh out loud. Don gets a double squeaky for that one. TJ says, I always bring a bottle of wine with me on my cruises. Yeah, most cruises you're allowed to bring two. If there's
one for each person.
One for each person.
You're allowed to bring one per adult.
Up to two. Max.
Up to two, yeah.
750 milliliters. There you go. Stuff we can learn here at Sea Lake Journeys. And Danny says, what is your favorite Moscato, Chet? I don't really, I would have to say.
You do know what it is.
Yeah. It's, now that
starts with a P.
Yeah, maybe.
Something.
I cannot think of the name of it now. Save my life.
I'll think of it.
I got a bottle out there. It's empty, but it's yeah. Lori says, I like sweet bubbly with shellfish and Malbec for sipping.
There you go.
How about that? More tips you can pick up here, y'all. Griswold says, my wife used to love Vietti Moscato.
Oh,
Vietti. Okay. I don't know if I've had that one or not. The one I've got is, gosh, it's from Italy. That's all I remember now.
I'll think of it now.
Castello del Paggio.
That's it. Castello del Paggio.
Castello del Paggio.
That is his favorite.
There we go. When you only drink it a couple times a year, you forget names. Carnival Cruise Addicts, Chris and Liz say, if you go to the steakhouse on the first night on Carnival, you get a free bottle of wine.
Right.
That is true. True. Ding, ding, ding. There's a great tip for you
And
right there from Chris and
MSC
Liz.
does not let you carry on wine. Mhm.
Oh, MSC does not.
Right.
Okay. Well, we didn't try to carry nothing on. I'm glad we didn't now. We'd have to leave them babies behind, wouldn't we?
Mhm.
Keisha says, I just put a few bottles in a non-alcoholic free brand wines in my Walmart cart to try so I can take one on my upcoming cruise.
So I want you to know
Okay.
that we learned this traveling with Lori Barber,
Yes.
that many cruise lines do have
Non-alcoholic.
non-alcoholic wine.
Yes.
And Lori ordered it every time we sat down somewhere, and she actually had a favorite. So Lori Barber put up the kind of your favorite non-alcoholic wine. I wasn't even aware, number one, that that they even served non-alcoholic wine. And so because Lori was in the same location quite often, they made sure that they had that bottle for her because they knew that's what she was going to order.
And then we found out they had non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah.
Not just one. They had a selection, of wines and beer, non-alcoholic. I was surprised.
Yeah.
Very, very surprised.
We were very surprised.
Mark the Shark says, I drink a lot of Opus 1 wine, which is made by Robert Madavi. Very good selection. And I also like Kendall Jackson.
Mhm.
Now, those are names I have seen a few times.
Now,
And I know
this
we've
is
had them.
interesting right here.
Oh, Bespoke says that bottle of wine is $4.95 retail value, Carnival Cruise Addicts.
So there was a wine one year that won the #1 wine of the year, and it was a $2.95 bottle of wine.
From the one you get
From
in Walmart. You walk in the door, they had I think it was $1.99 back then.
Back then,
And
yeah.
that sucker won for wine of the year.
Yeah.
And we didn't see that at Walmart. This is something we was looking over reading about wine.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what?
Yep. Mhm.
What?
So Lori says you cannot bring on any beverages at all on MSC.
That's a good tip to know. And, I did not even know that.
Well, only because we didn't plan on bringing any. So
Yeah, we never bring anything anymore. We found we're able to get anything we want or need
Mhm.
on the ship. And we just hate carrying stuff around.
Yeah, we do. We hate carry. We got
Hate
so
carry.
much we have to carry.
TJ says, I like Paso Robles and Temecula wines. I've never heard of the first one, Paso Robles. I have to check it out. Bespoke says, we foo-foo over here in Scottsdale, Carnival Cruise Addict. Scott says he foo-foos. He foo-foos. He's got a whole town named after him.
I
Scott
guess
lives in
so.
Scottsdale. Can you believe that? Scott, are you the mayor? Danny says, I used to be a wine aficionado. Boone's Farm is still the best. Boone's Farm, baby. We all grew up on
Lori
that one.
says Heineken 00 is very good. That's non-alcoholic.
Yes, yeah, right. Non-alcoholic Heineken.
I think I saw her have that a couple of times too, didn't she?
I think so. Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
Danny's laughing. Keisha says, "Cool, Robin and Lori Barber. We'll ask for them, but still got sample at home before paying on the cruise." Ah, good point. You want to try to get an idea which ones you know.
Yeah.
Great idea, Keisha.
Yeah.
That's just another great tip right here. Thanks for that tip there, Keisha. Aaron says, just so long as the complimentary wine is not a pack type wine, do not put in mouth under any circumstance. Believe it or not, the cruise ships are actually very good on their wines.
Yeah.
They usually don't give out anything too horrible. However, one exception to that is the champagne they give away on Carnival. It's pretty horrible.
Yeah, the
We usually
champagne,
give that away.
you have to like dry champagne because the free champagne they give away on Carnival is a very dry champagne. But I have to add this. If you win a free bottle of champagne or you get a free bottle of champagne on a Carnival cruise ship, add a little Sprite to it.
Yes.
Or add a little cherry juice to it. Jack that baby right up. Not quite so dry.
She is the master doctor of taking... the only one she couldn't do is that last Carnival cruise
the
ship.
last Carnival cruise ship, I could not doctor that up at all. But I am a connoisseur at doctoring up a bad cocktail to make it a good cocktail.
She couldn't doctor that one up, though.
No.
Rum punch. Carnival has always had the best rum punch in the world, except for on the Mardi Gras. It was so bad.
it was
Neither
so
one of us
bad.
could even drink more than one sip.
It was terrible.
Couldn't fix it. We just poured it out.
It was
I
just
couldn't believe
awful.
that. But
It
now
was
I'm
terrible.
complaining about the Mardi Gras. I'm supposed to be talking about good things about the Norwegian
go
Breakaway.
ahead.
I'll tell you one thing I like. I don't know if she liked it or not, but her and Cindy went up and got on the water slide that the floor drops out of.
Yes.
I liked watching it.
I'm not a fan of water slides that the floor drops out of. Just saying. Okay. But my friend, Cindy, convinced me to do it. So I do like water slides on cruise ships. We used to go on water slides all the time on cruise ships. Now that we've gotten older, we don't adventure that way that often anymore. But water slides are so much fun on cruise ships.
I used to love doing all that.
Mm-hmm.
Keisha says, I love Carnival's Alchemy Bar, the NA cocktails, no alcohol cocktails made with Liar's Spirits.
Yes, because that's
Ooh.
sweet. Liar's Spirits. It's a sweet. Mm-hmm.
All right. That sounds like me and Keisha could have the same non-alcoholic drink there.
There you go.
Lori says, Yacht Club, you don't need to bring anything. Beverages and snacks all the time. Ain't that the truth,
all
Lori?
The time.
I told you Yacht Club would spoil you.
If you go on MSC in the Yacht Club, it ruins you for anything else.
It does. Yeah, it really does. Aaron says, flashback to midlife crazy Sunday fun day lives for the good, inexpensive Lambrusco. Try Reuniti. Reuniti on ice. You got to have it on ice.
That'd be a good match game answer.
It would be. Scott, you listening? Don says, I have found gin and tonics this summer. Oh, you found them, did you, Don? You found gin and tonics.
I see that. Barefoot Moscato. That's a pretty good one. We get that one kind of frequently.
Yeah. Reuniti Lambrusco. See, I know that name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
You've had it before.
Have I? Okay, I probably Salt of the Earth is my absolute favorite.
We have a bottle in there. It's blue. It's a blue bottle.
Oh, okay. The blue bottle. Yeah, I did like that. All screw top wines. Laugh out loud. I'm a cheap date. Hey, there's some screw top wines that we've liked
really
too.
Good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sure enough. Don't think it's got to have a cork to be a good one.
Yeah.
It don't. Keisha says, I like adding Canada Dry ginger ale to overly sweet drinks.
Yep, that's what I do the same. I do the same.
She makes sure no matter what cruise ship we're on, she gets a lifetime supply of Canada ginger ale in the cabin. So she always has that ginger ale with her.
Yep. If they've got ginger ale that you can, buy and have it sent to your cabin, I do that because ginger ale, first of all, keeps me from being seasick because of the ginger in it. Mm-hmm. But you can doctor up any cocktail with Canada Dry ginger ale.
Ain't that the truth?
Yep. Here we go. Here's Cindy.
Okay. Cindy says, Cindy is on her second cup of tea since the start of your show.
So are you hooked on that tea, Cindy?
She's a tea snob now.
She's a tea snob now. Let me tell you what. I've turned Cindy.
You have to the dark side of tea. Mark the Shark says, I love cheap dates. Sounds like matchmaking going on over here. Keisha says, I just rewatched my video of my son on the floor dropping the water slide. Funny to me, but not to him. Yeah. Oh, ain't it great though, Keisha? That's why I said I didn't know if she was going to like it as much as I did, but watching that bottom fall out, woo! I love it.
And so here's Ohio. She likes Arbor Mist fruit flavors.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the fruity stuff. Right on, Ohio, Chris. Mm-hmm.
Here's ginger ale duct tape. It's the duct tape of alcoholic beverages. Oh, yeah, you know it.
It's the duct tape, baling wire, and a pair of pliers.
There you go.
Lori says, I can't afford your teas, Robin, but one day we'll gift myself. Oh.
So that's because Cindy said they're $1 million teas. They're not $1 million teas. They are an expensive tea brand. I'll just throw that out there. But the tea is one indulgence that I do for myself. That is my gift to myself. I don't drink coffee anymore. I drink the tea, and I drink it all day. But there's a lot of teas that Chet will say that there'll be times where I'm in the kitchen and he's like, "Can I have some tea?" I'm like, "What kind of tea you want?" He says, "I don't know which one you got."
What do I smell? Whatever I smell right now, that's what I want. One of them. But I only drink like one cup, and that's it. I'm done.
Yeah, so it is a little pricey. But Lori, do you like caffeinated? If you were to get tea, do you like caffeinated tea or do you like non-caffeinated tea? Do you like, what kind of tea do you like? Just throwing it out there.
Motor tea. Hey, okay. Another thing we liked about the breakaway. We got a comment. Yeah, that's it. Except we got back to the chat. Kimberly coming in saying, as a cruiser, not a vlogger, just want to thank you both, Robin and Chet, for all the info, education, entertainment, and fun you share on YouTube with much appreciation. Thanks and gratitude.
Thank you, Kim.
Hey, a double squeaky right there. Oh, you got the quadruple squeaky, Kim. That's the highly coveted, rarely seen one.
And that's the thing. We just want to share the love of cruising. We really do. And Mark the Shark says he knew I was
You're
bougie.
so bougie, but I love you.
I knew I was bougie,
You're
baby.
Bougie.
Mm-hmm.
Caffeine in the AM, decaf in the PM.
PM.
That's the same way she does.
Mm-hmm. That's the same way I do.
Keisha says the Lyre spirits are non-alcoholic line that have various rums, gin, and other spirits for making cocktails.
Yeah.
Wow. How about that? Boy, some non-alcoholic rum would be the cat's meow, wouldn't it? Hey, and Chris and Liz say, wait, quadruple squeaky, Kimberly Level, you are coveted. I know. How often do we break out the quadruple?
Double-barreled squeakies.
Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Thanks a lot, guys. Now my puppy is going backtrack crazy over here. Laugh out loud. And no, anytime, Danny.
Anytime.
Don't forget, we do this again at 8:30 on Wednesdays and Fridays.
Yep. You folk just share the love, period. We do. We share the love.
We do. Yeah, when you love life, you're going to have a good time.
And he's a functional alcoholic. So what, any other points that we missed
Yes.
before?
I want to mention that we have, it's one thing about it, it's a big ship. And why is that good? Because one, it's got a whole lot of activities. It's got a whole lot of food places. And it's got also the size that you don't get all that motion. So if you're prone to seasickness, this might be the ship for you, because I don't think that ship moved the whole time we were on it for a week.
Yeah, and there's a lot. If you're a kind of person that you don't like looking out at the water because that makes you nervous, this ship has tons and tons of places to be where you don't see the ocean.
It sure does. You get sighted in there on deck 5, 6, and 7, and there's entertainment places in there. There's a Starbucks in there if you like that. There's bars, there's restaurants, there's a casino, all kinds of stuff going on there.
A bowling alley. They have a bowling alley on that cruise ship. It's little tiny balls. They're not great big balls. And, so if you're one of those people that looking out at the ocean makes you nervous, the Norwegian Breakaway is a ship that you would enjoy. And hello.
Hey, there's Together We Travel saying hello, everybody. Hey, together we travel.
That's right.
I'll throw up our last point while you're scrolling over that. The last one we got is a lot of the restaurants, specialty dining restaurants I'm talking about here, had outdoor seating.
Yeah, a lot of them had outdoor seating.
It was great. It was beautiful because we sat out there and was playing games, and then Bruce and Cindy got us in trouble and got us ran off of there. But we were sitting in the outdoor seating for a restaurant, and it was beautiful out there.
Yeah.
We loved it. Robin's magic tea is worth every red cent. Every red cent.
It's not my magic red tea. It is called Magic Hour tea. And
So it makes it hours in.
It is expensive, but
I have no idea. I don't ask.
You don't pay for it, so why would you ask?
Exactly. It's not a need to know function.
Anything else you got to add on the last couple minutes?
No, I just want to say, don't forget, every Sunday at 5 o'clock, Carnival Cruise Addicts comes on live. They get you pumped up, fired up with some great Carnival information. They are the best at that. And then come on over at 6 o'clock here to Sea Lake Journeys again next week. And Wednesday and Friday, 8:30 in the morning, come on and check us out again. And also on Friday, we always put up a regular video in the Raid Parade. And this week I got one coming up. And it's going to be, Lori's going to be in it. Lori Barber's going to be in it. So you want to check that out. We're celebrating our 30th anniversaries.
So, and if you watch the video, it's not just us about our 30th anniversary or even my birthday. The cruise lines will do things for you if you're celebrating something. Make sure that you tell the cruise line you're celebrating something.
Yeah, and you're going to see in that video all the stuff that they do for you, because that whole evening, from the dining, you'll see the food, you'll see the other stuff they brought us, to our cabin, how they decorated that while we were gone. Wow, it's awesome. Hey, there's Carnival Cruise Addicts say, we love you guys. Have an amazing week. We love this community, and we love you.
We love you guys too. So you said what we got coming out this week?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So until next time, you guys. Oh, wait a minute. Before I do that, let me get over here where I need to be.
Get over there where you need to be.
So until next time, we'll see you around the channel.
See you around the channel.